Hello, kindergartners. It's Mrs. Sheeler. We're going to read Pushing and Pulling by Natalie Hyde. We're going to discover the motion of pushing and pulling and discover what force causes it. All right, here we go. What is motion? Motion is movement. When something moves, it is in motion. There are things moving around you everywhere you look. Planes fly through the air, water flows down a stream, people dance. There are many kinds of motion. Objects can spin, slide, jump, bounce, rock, and swing. What do you think? What kind of motion can you see in this picture? Look at this picture of the playground. Go ahead and shout out what you see, what motions you see. Do you see climbing and swinging and sliding? Excellent. What is force? Things cannot move on their own. It takes a force to make things move. A force is a push or a pull that creates motion. The wagon will not move without a force. We cannot see a force. We can only see it work. Wind pushes the water on top of a lake. We cannot see the wind, but we can see the waves it makes. Is it a push or a pull? A push and a pull are two kinds of force. A push and a pull are opposite. A push moves something away from you. You can push a ball when you throw it. A pull moves something closer to you. You pull on your socks when you get dressed. What do you think? Is this girl pushing or pulling to move the wagon? How do you know? So is it going away from her or towards her? What do you think? Parts for pushing. You push things using different parts of your body. You use your hands to push a friend. On a swing, you push your feet against the ground when you walk, run, or jump. Things can push us too. A strong wind can push against you, makes it hard to walk. A strong wave can push you over at the beach. Is it still a push? Any action that moves an object away from you is a push. Kicking, blowing, and sliding are pushing actions. You kick a soccer ball with your foot to push it down the field. You push air out of your mouth to blow out candles. What do you think? Is this girl using a push or a pull to hit the tennis ball? How do you know? Is it going away from her or towards her? What do you think? Give it a pull. You use a pulling force every day. You pull down on a string to open the window blinds. You pull up on weeds when you help in the garden. Things pull on us too. Gravity is a force that pulls things towards the ground. No matter how high you jump, gravity will always pull you back down to the ground. Lift, a push or a pull. Lifting something brings it closer to you. It is a pulling force. You lift a glass to your mouth to drink. You lift a weight when you exercise. What do you think? The boy used a pulling force to lift the puppy. What force will he use to put the puppy back down on the ground? Is he going to push or pull? What do you know? Or how do you know? Changing directions. A push or pull can change the direction of a moving object. Hitting a volleyball that is moving towards you makes the ball go in another direction. Your hit creates a push that changes the direction to the ball. The boy changes the direction the yo-yo is moving by pulling up on the string. The amount of force. A big push or pull creates more force than a small push or pull. You need to use a big push to move a heavy object like a car. You only need to use a small push to move something that is light, like a feather. What do you think? Which backpack needs a bigger pull to lift? How do you know? What do you think? Name that force. Use what you have learned about push and pulling to answer these questions. Do you use a push or a pull to zip up the coat? Do you use a push or a pull to spin the merry-go-round? Do you use a push or a pull to climb a rope? Do you use a push or a pull to blow bubbles? Do you use a push or a pull to pick an apple from a tree? You did a great job. You are a pushing and pulling pro. Excellent job. So the next time you're doing some motion, try to figure out if you're doing a push or a pull.